Welcome back everybody to another pomade review, and today I'll be taking a look at another German oil-based pomade. Not a homebrew, but this time another lab-made pomade. And this one is pretty much well known in the rockabilly community especially, and it is the medium hold oil-based pomade from Schmiere by Rummel 59. So basically Schmiere is a line of pomades created by Rummel 59, which is the German rockabilly clothing brand. And they're really known for their heavy hold and super heavy hold, which is what they call the Nobelhaupt. But I'm not really the kind of person to use heavies, so I picked out the medium, and I also have the light in my collection, but that'll be, I'll review the light on another day, and today we'll be talking about the medium over here. And this one just comes in a metal tin, and it's very, very iconic. You can immediately tell from the mascot. Schmiere's mascot is this crow thing, this bird. They're usually a rockabilly bird, and you would have the design at the front over here with the company name, as well as on the side over here you would have the level of hold, and they would mark which level of hold the pomade has. And usually there are little references to famous rockabilly songs. I've seen some of the other pomades with Ooby Dooby, which is a song by Roy Orbison, and this one has Bebop Balula, which is obviously probably the most well-known song by Gene Vincent. In the back right here you have the description in German, as well as the ingredients list over here. Now, the ingredients list here contains some unusual ingredients you wouldn't really find in an oil-based pomade, or even a few chemicals you can't really pronounce, but I believe this aids out in the washout of the product, and that's what makes the difference compared to other oil-based pomades. I mean, a lot of oil-based pomades, especially homebrewed ones, contain really classic ingredients, but this one contains some weird chemicals, so I don't really know what they do. They most likely play a role in either the fragrance, like the scent, or the washout, but I think probably does. Not really an expert in ingredients, but it's most likely for the washout. And so it comes in this twist top lid, which actually closes by pressure. So it just comes off like that. And the back over here, they added a bonus comic strip actually, which I hadn't opened. And that's pretty special about the Schmiere line of pomades. And this one over here says proud to be a greaser at the bottom. I hadn't opened it, so I don't even know what the comic's about. And you would see sort of a blue, waxy looking medium pomade over here. The scent on it's sort of like a cherry bubblegum scent to me. And I'll go ahead and scoop it out. Scooping it out, it's really easy to scoop out. You feel sort of like it's sort of like a sticky medium to scoop out actually. You'd feel some sort of greases to it, and a fair ratio of waxiness. It breaks down really nice as well. Very, very typical medium. Applying to the hair is also like a really typical medium. Basically, this pomade has the properties you would really expect from any generic medium hold oil-based pomade. Really predictable properties. It comes out easily, breaks down fairly easily, and then you feel a bit of resistance, like a typical medium resistance as you apply. Now you would see that the shine over here starts out as sort of like a true medium type of shine, but for most of the day it would be sort of like a low, it's on the lower side for medium pomades. It has a lower shine than an average medium pomade does. So we'll take one more scoop, and that's enough pomade in the hair for today. Now the scent is really starting to fill up the bathroom, of course. It's I wouldn't say really strong, but it's just the scent is a little stronger than you would expect from a typical pomade actually, but it's nothing too crazy. Now slicking it back. The one thing I do love about this pomade is the amount of slickness you get. Now this being advertised towards the rockabilly community, you would expect something with a lot of shine and really tight slickness. It got to slick this down. However, I expect this to have sort of a higher shine initially because it's targeted towards the its demographic is targeted towards the rockabilly community, and they usually enjoy high shine, or at least we're the ones who prefer to go old school. But this one doesn't really have the high shine down. It's got sort of, like I said, a low to medium shine, depending on how much you use, but it's on the lower side of medium. The control on it's sort of average for a medium. I mean, pretty good control, but not the best. But it's really the slickness that's actually so far the best, one of the best features of this pomade. And what I find great about it is that it doesn't weigh your hair down too much. It has a bit of waxiness to it, but it sort of aids in the height, I guess. I mean, I get sort of a greater height than average for a medium pomade. This really doesn't weigh your hair down at all. Now the build-up quality is also not the cleanest either. I mean, it gets a little stickier and a little greasier as you build up even more, and it adds up a fair amount of waxiness. So usually I degrease after about, I can't stand any more than 4 days with this medium up here. It's not like a very waxy medium as some mediums I know, but it still has a fair amount of waxiness to it that, might actually feel a little uncomfortable if you build it up for too long, at least for my hair type. Now, recombing it throughout the day is obviously easy, being an oil-based pomade, but you would find that if you recomb it, it actually gets softer throughout the day, especially in hotter weather. And the medium hold on this one is sort of, I would say is probably a true medium hold. It's not on the better holding side of medium like how Russell Green is, if we were to compare it to Russell Green. It's lighter than Russell Green, but it's sort of an in-between, like a true medium hold. Now I'm just going to do a few final tweaks and I'll call it done. I guess I'll just call this done right now. Now this is what the pomade looks like under this lighting over here. So you can tell, amazing slickness, but not too much shine. Great shape for the front of my pompadour. It's rounded forward as I like it. Now the washout for this pomade, assuming that you go through only one round of application, for me it would take about 3 washes on average, which is pretty decent for a medium holding oil-based pomade. And like I said, the buildup is very standard for a medium. There's a bit of greasiness, a bit of waxes to it. And usually I would discuss the build quality after we talk about the washout, but for some reason today I don't know why I talked about the quality a little earlier than usual, but I think that's all I have to say about the Rumble 59 Schmiere Mittel medium hold pomade. And also the greasiness, it doesn't have so much of a greasy feel as you would expect. I mean, you do feel a little bit of greasiness, but that really depends on the amount you use, but it's not like a really uncomfortable level of greasiness you would find with some lab-made mediums. It is not as the light hold is just really greasy. But this one is just it has a decent amount of grease. It's not like not to an uncomfortable level. It's still tolerable. And I guess that's all I have to say about Schmiere Mittel. All in all, a very predictable standard medium, nothing special. I mean, marketed to the rockabilly subculture, this actually really nails down the slickness. I say the slickness and the weight of this pomade that doesn't flatten your hair too much. That's pretty much the best thing about this pomade over here. But other than that, it performs. It's a pretty good pomade. It performs just as well as you should, but it doesn't break the mold at all. It's a very generic medium hold pomade, but it's not bad. And if you learned a lot from this video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe to this channel, click on the bell icon to never miss a single upload of Squiddy Show, and I'll see you next time on the Squiddy Show.